Ellen Page was right to say Chris Pratt belongs to an anti-LGBTQ church. All right, so you guys heard of this story at all?
Yeah, unfortunately.
So actress Ellen Page, who is, she's a lesbian. She's been calling out anti-LGBT stuff from Mike Pence and Donald Trump.
I've been calling it out. I've been active on Twitter. I'm such a fucking great person.
So anyway, Chris Pratt came on the, Colbert Show and talked about his religious beliefs and the church he belongs to. And so Ellen Page retweeted it, said, I don't like the way that was written, but his church is infamously anti-LGBTQ, so maybe address that too?
That does kind of sound like Ellen Page speaks, though.
Yeah.
Okay, but is it, that's like her thing. That's her delivery in movies, isn't it, usually?
I don't know.
I had to tell
Somebody
you guys,
says
I'm not a big enough Ellen Page fan to know about that.
You
Paul.
have to conceptualize the dream before you start doing it.
Wow.
Okay, but how do I do that?
Are you guys seeing a LGBTQ plus there? So Ellen Page is obviously just wants to
Where's the plus?
Did she not put the plus?
No.
Yeah, where's the
So
plus?
she's not a
What
pluser.
about all these other marginalized groups?
We
How
should
dare
retweet this
she?
and be like, okay, I don't see a plus at the end of that LGBTQ. So maybe we should talk about that.
QT,
Yeah, we should.
Dude. QT, the T's in there too.
I'm just really offended
QT?
right now.
Or wait, yeah.
LGBTQ, that's what I said.
LGBTQ. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
Come on, TJ.
But no plus, dude.
It's not
But no-
QT.
but no
what are you
plus.
talking about?
TQ, sorry.
Be correct. Don't mansplain to me.
I'm sorry.
Pratt is a member
Don't
of this.
mansplain to me.
Oh, whoa. Kitty's got claws.
How dare you, TJ?
Anyway, so Pratt is a member of the celebrity-friendly Hillsong Church, a non-denominational church whose pastor, Brian Houston, has said holds to traditional Christian thought on gay lifestyles and gay marriage.
Wow, that's some double speak. We don't like faggots.
Houston also said Hillsong Church welcomes all people, but does not affirm all lifestyles.
What the fuck?
So if you're gay, you can go to their church, but don't expect them to validate your sinful life. They're going to tell you what's what. So keep that in mind when you see how Pratt responded to the allegation his church was anti-LGBTQ. He said his church opens their doors to absolutely everyone.
That's a humanist perspective, not a religious perspective if they do that. It has nothing to do with Christianity, which expressly forbids this kind of relationship and behavior.
So they said, yes, they open their doors to LGBTQ people in order to tell them to not get married and blah, 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 and they make them feel bad or whatever. Page does not have an issue with Pratt's faith itself. I would disagree with that statement.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, it seems like she kind of does. Just his chosen church. Well, the chosen church kind of reflects the faith you've chosen, right? I mean, a lot of Christianity is anti-LGBTQ plus. So, yeah, I mean, that's in the book. You know, if a man lie with a man as he lie with a woman, then he shall be stoned to death. That's in there, right? I mean, there's anti-homosexual stuff in the Bible.
Maybe she's saying that there are denominations like the Unitarians that don't do that. So she doesn't necessarily have a problem with the faith. It's just
the faith of Christianity in general.
Just his type of faith.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's still, you do have a problem with his specific faith at that point, though. Yeah.
Well, this is the weird fucking, idiosyncratic line that these, far leftists and SJW types have to walk now, where it's like, we want to be inclusive, but in order to be inclusive, we've got to be exclusive. So how do we talk about Chris Pratt going to a bigoted church without being down on the fact that Christian churches are typically down on?
We love Christianity so long as it's not anti-LGBTQ.
Right.
Which is like the most liberal sects of Christianity.
Makes no sense to me, but whatever.
Yeah, I think...
it's typical. It's like, let's let religion off the hook yet again. It's like, it's not religion. It's not Islam. It's not Christianity. It's not these major organized religions doing this terrible shit yet again.
It's not the fact that a bunch of people are still taking marching orders from a 2,000-plus-year-old book or anything. That's not the problem.
Far be it from me to fucking defend Christianity here, but it's like it's time to pick your poison. Is Chris Pratt out there actively trying to prevent gay people from getting married? If so, what church he goes to have to do with anything?
Right.
Like, and who the fuck is Ellen Page think she is to tell somebody how to run their show and what questions to ask and shit? Like, why are we deferring to Ellen Page on how the Tonight Show should be run? Is she a producer on it?
Yes.
She one of the thinkers that's behind it?
She's
one of
an
the people
armchair
that's keeping it going?
activist, dude, with a fucking loud bullhorn. It's like, hey, everyone, listen to me. Look at what a fucking good person I am.
I was in X-Men. I know what's what.
I'm fighting the good fight.
Good stuff, man. Yeah, I don't know. I say that either if you're gonna make this criticism like she's making, then you either need to go all the way and say fuck Christianity,
Yet again, another story.
or you just need to shut up.
Yeah, make it a blanket fucking
Yeah, I mean, you either got
criticism
be
of
honest.
religion in general, because that's the problem here.
It's this lukewarm bullshit that really pisses me off about this. Like, well, it's not Christianity. Yeah, it is.
Well, they have to say that because Muslims, right?
Right.
Muslims are their great protected class, so they can't criticize the things in Christianity that are reflected in Islam,
Right.
because that would, open them up to critique for being hypocrites.
Yeah.
So they got to walk this weird tightrope with American Christianity, where they're like, man, we totally support your right to believe what you believe, but what you believe is wrong. How do you
Yeah.
do that?
But yet
You
again,
don't.
it's another news story that's based around some perceived reaction of a few reactionaries on social media as if it's paramount to the interest of the American public, which is why should it be? Why is what some idiot actress say on Twitter? How is that relevant? That's her opinion, and she's entitled to that opinion. But one, it's a bullshit opinion because it doesn't actually get to the heart of the matter, which is not fucking. It's aimed at the wrong person. Chris Pratt is just another brainwashed simpleton.
You know what, guys?
It's the source of that information and his beliefs that's the problem.
You ready for some more woke ass Hollywood news?
I'm ready for some woke shit, dude.
Woke ass Hollywood news.
It's hard to tell because I always look tired, but man, I'm woke today.
Former bro film king Jonah Hill wants to fight toxic masculinity. Yeah.
Man, Jonah, why?
Jonah Hill is the savior. I'm not going to bother with all this shit. I'm just going to read his statement. He says he wants to challenge traditional masculinity. He says of his earlier films like Superbad, I love those earlier films, but I also think that if you look back at those films, a lot of what they're showing is major bro comedy and bro masculinity, he said. I'm learning I've got to unlearn a lot of... Let me just say that. I'm learning I've got to unlearn a lot of stuff. And maybe some of the people that liked Superbad will come with me on that journey. I can show you the world.
I take umbrage
Horrible,
right away
misogynist, sexist.
with
Go
the
ahead, Paul.
idea that anybody should unlearn anything ever. And this idea that you need, it just sounds like a re-education camp.
go to
that he
the
wants
fucking-
to go
Before
to.
you learn, you must unlearn.
Go to the correct thought re-education camp located
like-
in Hollywood Hills, California.
I understand what their criticisms of Superbad are, right? It's a bunch of dudes trying to get alcohol so they can go get a bunch of chicks liquored up. What they fail to mention every time in these criticisms, though, is that the chicks want to fuck just as much as the dudes in this movie. It's not like they're, these chicks are like coerced by the alcohol.
What's
They're-
all this chicks talk,
Oh, I'm
Paul?
sorry, I
Paul.
can't say
You need
chicks.
to unlearn that.
Cheap. What, Paul?
Chicks.
They are called women.
Women,
Paul.
And even that is offensive.
Young women.
Yes, even that's kind of offensive because it still has men in it, but
Whatever.
Women
You
with
know,
a...
it
that's
just
just
silly.
assume we're spelling it with a Y.
Yeah,
This
women with
whole
the feminist
controversy
we
could be
will no
summed
longer
up.
be men with just 2 extra letters.
Like, couldn't Jonah Hill, when somebody asks him about this, and they go like, "How do you feel about the toxic masculinity in Superbad?" Couldn't he just go like, "I feel like it's a movie," and then just walk away?
No.
No.
He has to unlearn his
He has to
toxic
capitulate
masculinity.
before the angry
No
social
more
media mob.
bro comedy. We all understand that to be an inherently bad thing,
Why?
do we not?
Why though?
We actually saw this with Sarah Silverman. It's like...
Because it's wrong to be bros now.
Because these people ride this wave, which is popular at the time,
But you know what?
but now it's no longer politically correct to be like that. So it's like, what, my past that actually made me. So the reason you know who Jonah Hill is because of those movies. Because without those
But you
movies,
know what?
he's nobody.
I will say this for Jonah Hill, okay? I'm going to say this much for him. I do respect that he has announced that all the money he made from those problematic bro comedies, he is now giving to women's charities. So he's putting his money where his mouth is.
Somehow feel this is disingenuous, Steve.
What? What do you mean disingenuous? Why is that disingenuous? You don't agree with his decision to do that? I mean,
I don't think
I
he
don't
did
necessarily
that.
agree with what he said, but the fact that he's doing that really impresses me.
I don't think he did that. I think that would have headlined this stupid shit.
Let me see.
I think it would have been Jonah Hill donates all proceeds from bro comedies to women's shelters.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, now that I'm rereading it, I actually don't see the part where he did that.
That's been eliminated from the article.
Yeah, maybe that was a misprint that I saw, or maybe I misread something.
Dude,
I guess he didn't actually do that, which is weird because you think if you made all these horrible, problematic films that are just so bad, super bad, you might even say, you'd want to give the money back. That's blood money at that point, right? I mean, that's like you harmed women in society by taking that money, so you should just give that back.
I love the fact that out there in the Berenstein universe. Jonah Hill is making Superbad 2 right now.
Super worse.
Yeah.
Bro, gonna smash some more Putin. That's me fucking great, dude.
In the Berenstein universe, bro comedies are still cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, in our universe, though.
So there's a trailer out there before another great movie that's like Jonah Hill going like, I blew a load in my belly button. Again. Right at the end of the trailer, like, all the dudes have gotten together except one, and then the doorbell rings and they answer it, and it's McLovin standing there, but it's older McLovin now. He's like, hey, what's up, bro? It's me, McLovin. Right. Dude, that's happening, TJ.
Oh, dude, it's like, you know what?
Right now in the Berenstein universe.
You know what Superbad 2 is? Their lives have gone nowhere in the last 10 years, dude. They're puttering around that fucking
and they get back
town.
together to try and get laid because the last time they got laid was the last time they were all together. That's happening somewhere.
In a better universe.
In an alternate universe.
Instead
we're getting Jonah Hill going,
universe.
Those movies are really problematic, bro.
Yeah.
I disavow them. I have to be re-educated. I have to go to the forced labor.
What a shitty fucking
unlearn
universe.
Things.
What a shitty universe we all live in.
Yeah, did the chocolate rations get lowered or raised, Jonah? You fucking goddamn double-speak fucking idiot.
Yes, indeed.
It's just ridiculous, dude, that people now capitulate to such a degree that it's like, I disavow. The only reason I'm relevant, I disavow. That's like taking away Cheetah's banana in his ass, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, come on. Without that, he's nothing.
Nothing.